Chris, you know we live in a world where everybody wants to be liked. Bro, they've got to stop. They've got to stop putting themselves out there. Now, I'm not making excuses for these freaking crazies. They're whack jobs. They're crazy people. But, bro, these women are presenting themselves beautiful, sexy, nice. I'm talking to you. And in these wackos, bro, maybe I got a shot.
Let's talk about Liv Morgan. Stalker was arrested outside of the WWE Performance Center. Yeah, not you. Yes, remember you had a crushy, rushy. Man, I mean, we got the Morgan stuff, the Sonya Deville stuff, the Asuka stuff.
There's a brand new one too, bro, that broke today with Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, her too. Yeah, Roxanne Perez, man. It's just, what is going on with this?
I'll tell you what's going on, Chris. I got to put the heat where the heat has to be. Mm-hmm. Bro, they're making themselves too accessible. They really are. On social media, they're making themselves too accessible. Bro, you're talking about wackos. And, bro, if you're coming across as this nice, as honey person, down to earth, bro, wackos are going to think they got a shot with you, bro. Yep. Wackos are going to think, man, if I just go down to the training facility and they happen to be there, bro, they've got to stop making themselves so accessible. Chris, you know we live in a world where everybody wants to be liked. Bro, they've got to stop. They've got to stop putting themselves out there. Now, I'm not making excuses for these freaking crazies. They're whack jobs. They're crazy people. But, bro, these women are presenting themselves beautiful, sexy, nice. I'm talking to you. And in these wackos, bro, maybe I got a shot. They got to get off that shit, bro.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm sorry.
So here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. The first thing I thought about was parasocial relationship. That's the first thing I thought about when I keep seeing these daggone stories about these stalkers, man. It's like, I think I would venture to say now more than ever, there is a very deceptive sense of connection that these fans have with these wrestlers. Before there was a veil. There was a veil between the wrestler and the fan. It was spectator and it was character. Now, granted, I've interviewed a couple dozen Hall of Famers, and I've had over 400 interviews right now with different in my career with different people. I pick people's brains all the time as far as wrestlers, 400 different wrestlers. I love interviewing old school wrestlers, the Greg Gagnes, the Dutch Mantels, the Bill Dundees, like those Black Barts. Me and Black Bart were really, really close before he passed. I love picking those people's brains because they tell me the old school stories of how serious it was from a standpoint of a heel getting tires slashed and things like that. And they loved stuff like that. But at the same time, it wasn't from a standpoint of connection to the person. It was a connection to the character. And that's a big difference from what we saw then and what we see now. Now someone they feel in their deceptive minds that I have a connection with this person, and that's where we get that parasocial dynamic from, man, because you have these pictures. And again, I totally agree with you, Vince. It's 100% the fault of the wacko, deceptive, junkie mark. It's their fault at 100%. Like, no matter what you see, it's up to you whether actions you want to take, period. But I will say this, there is a sensual type of presence that's happening right now when it comes to, and that's always been the thing with pro wrestling, but now is the standpoint of this picture's for you.
Yeah.
And it has that type of feeling towards it now more than it has been, because it's more than just a character. It's like this is me, this is the real person, and this picture that I'm showing and making public, people feel like it's personal. This is specifically for me.
Chris, think about this for a second. Seriously, are you gonna stalk Jacqueline, Luna Vachon, Sherry Martel, Deborah Maselli? You're not going to stalk these people because you'd be scared to death that they'd kill you. Literally, that was, they carried themselves. We're wrestlers. You're not going to stalk Medusa because you literally would think, yeah, if I go down to the performance center, I'm going to get my freaking ass kicked. But bro, when you're putting, pictures like you said online where we're all frolicking around in bikinis and we even talk about the heels being so nice and look how nice Rhea Ripley is. I know she'll talk to me if I ever ran into her. Bro, I had to do that with Velvet Sky once. EC3, where's that place we always hung out after? The Ale House. The Ale House. Bro, she was literally being stalked and she was being nice to the guy. And I had to pull her aside. I'm like, look, do you not understand? There's wackos out there. This guy is stalking you. You can't be nice to him. Bro, I'm telling you, I really am afraid something is going to happen. They gotta stop putting themselves out there, man.
Yeah, I mean, someone actually went to the house of Sonya Deville. I mean, like,
bro, they went to Rhea Ripley's house. Somebody just went to Rhea Ripley's house.
Man, yeah, that's bizarre, man. I mean, like, I think it's a different breed of delusion that people are experiencing nowadays with the media access. I think the social media brings it up even more as far as the accessibility that we have from a virtual standpoint. Like, I think it's just I think the increased level of access is really causing people to deceptively think that these people are literally posting these pictures for them. I mean, that's the deception that we're dealing with this pro wrestling community right now. And I just pray that that people understand that these wrestlers understand that, because it's going to get worse before it gets better when it comes to people's minds that aren't being treated. Like, they're not just going to be like, oh, okay, I'll just wake up one day and I'll just be sane. No, it's stuff like that. When it comes to pathology, if it's untreated, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. There's a deep dive. The porn addict becomes the voyeur, which becomes the stalker, which becomes the stalker in the house, which becomes the fondler, which becomes the predator. You know what I mean? Like, it becomes worse and worse. That's how pathology works. We need to understand that when it comes to pro wrestling too. This isn't no joke, man. This is serious stuff. EC3?
You guys covered it, really. I think the accessibility does provide that insane delusion of making them closer. And that's not the fault of a talent as much as social media, and this connection is so kind of new to human psyche. We really don't know how it will, turn out. The Pandora's boxes have been opened, and boy, there's a lot of creeps flying out of it, letting people have it. The thing I wonder, which wrestler or which celebrity, now that AI has become so visually, like creating these AI videos that look so realistic, is going to be the one that sells subscriptions where their AI video of them is doing whatever the payer may be asking. You know what I mean? Or like a wrestler having their AI interact with the fans, and then that reality is setting in where then now that I've had this version of it, maybe for real, you told me this. Here's the video. So,
you know what the problem is, Chris, because I was talking with Stevie Ray about this today, and bro, this is a pop culture problem, and we can use, for an example, the freaking Kardashians. Okay, I mean, this is the same thing. Here's the only difference, bro, that these women have to understand. Bro, the Kardashians don't go anywhere without 5 security guards.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, like, bro, you know, they're putting that's what they do. They put themselves out there. It is pop culture. Everybody knows us. We're going to endorse products. Yeah, bro, they're going out with a team of security. Bro, did we not talk on here a couple of weeks ago about the Page incident where, guys, you're making enough money at these conventions, pay a freaking security guard a couple of $100. You don't know what you're dealing with, man.
No, man. Yeah, I don't see a way out of this, you know, as far as just the type of people we're dealing with now. I don't see a way out of it except for, and it sucks, man, because a lot of times, man, stuff changes radically when things get really bad.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like, man, we could, like, the writing's on the wall now. You know what I mean? That's the time for people to possibly scale back from posting pictures, possibly scale back from interacting with these people on the IWC, possibly, you know, get you a security guard. I think those things are preventative measures because, again, man, you're having multiple cases of stalkers within the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, something's up, man. You know what I mean? There's something in the juice right now that's causing people to think that they can feel more comfortable with stalking people. And that's when, like I told you before, and I said this in my class, that's where the concept of de-individualization comes in. Because what happens is one person is like, oh, no, man, there's no way I'd get away with stalking a female wrestler. And then you just saw that like 5 other people did it over the past couple of years. And now you feel more comfortable with doing it. And so that's what happened. And that's why we're seeing such a string of people doing this stuff over the past few years, because it's starting to become normalized, unfortunately, which increases the level of someone's comfort. That's what de-individualization kicks in, man. And we're seeing that so much with these people stalking these women wrestlers. It's sad, man. It's really sad to see.
With the information and the fact it gets attention too, it's just going to unleash more crazy, because I can get a report in Fightful about me stalking Paige. Like, what?
100%. Yep. Didn't what's your faces from the Beatles assassin wanted to put himself
God,
on?
bro, there are stories, guys, and I recommend these girls watch this. There are docs about Mark David Chapman and the way he went about assassinating. And bro, people don't understand this. The night before, Chapman got John Lennon to sign his album.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah,
bro, Lennon was as nice as could be. Lennon even said to him, "Is there anything else you want me to sign?" Bro, this is John Lennon. Didn't blow him off, nothing. Is there anything else you'd like me to sign? He went back the next night, bro. Wow. Bro, I swear to God, I don't know about you, Dr. Chris. And EC3, maybe it's because we're in the wrestling business and we're always thinking these things. Chris, I cut a promo on my wife when she beeps the horn at somebody. You don't know who's in that other freaking car, man. You don't know if there's a gun under it. You have no idea what you're dealing with. No. And they need to start thinking that way, man.
They do, man. Absolutely. So definitely prayers for Liv Morgan and its protection. You know, I really hope that I'm glad that it didn't get worse. You know, I'm glad that it didn't lead to something that was just, you know, just very, very dangerous. Although the trauma that is included in someone stalking you is dangerous enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's enough that can be trauma. That can cause PTSD as far as someone stalking you outside a performance center, man. That's really unfortunate.
I'm fully grown, capable, alpha-ish male to be able to protect myself. But I do remember, like, there was a stalker chasing me around, and I don't really want to say where and when, because then I'll be giving them attention. But demanding they go away, and very forceful boundaries set. 15 minutes later, I'm like, step outside. I think the bathroom was outside, so I was going to take a leak. And from the darkness, this person came out like that, and I was like, and it's a woman. It was just like, shocked, and maybe could have done something horrible, or maybe I said the wrong thing, and now she's there, and there's a shank in my kidney, you know. So, protect the ladies.
Yeah, man.
Me.
Yeah, indeed. All right. On that note, we have EC3. We have Vince Russo. I am Dr. Chris. This is the Wrestling Outlaws. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeet.